The crash had been violent. Commander Sarah Chen dragged herself from the wreckage of her scout ship, her ribs screaming in protest. Around her, the alien jungle of Kepler 442b pulsed with bioluminescent life, casting eerie shadows through the crimson canopy. She had maybe 72 hours before her oxygen scrubbers failed. The distress beacon was transmitting, but rescue was 3 weeks away at minimum. She was alone on a world that had never known humanity. The first predator found her within hours. It resembled a panther crossed with a mantis, 12 feet of chitinous muscle and serrated limbs. Its 6 eyes tracked her with predatory intelligence as it circled her makeshift camp. Sarah had only a survival knife and a nearly depleted plasma cutter. The creature lunged. What it didn't understand was that Sarah Chen wasn't prey. She was a persistence hunter, product of 2 million years of evolutionary warfare. As the alien predator struck, Sarah rolled beneath its strike, her knife finding the soft joint between its armored plates. The creature shrieked, a sound that made her teeth ache, but she held on. She had hunted elk in the Rockies, tracked guerrillas through urban warfare zones. This was just another hunt. The mantis cat thrashed, trying to shake her loose. Sarah's muscles burned, her human endurance trait activating. Where the creature relied on explosive power, she had stamina. She could outlast anything. She twisted the blade, finding organs, and held on through the death throes that would have thrown any other creature clear. When it finally collapsed, Sarah stood over it, breathing hard but alive. She field-dressed the carcass with practiced efficiency, harvesting meat and studying its biology. The local fauna had never encountered tool users. They had never faced an enemy that could think, adapt, and turn their own strengths into weaknesses. Over the following days, Sarah transformed. She crafted a spear from the mantis cat's forearm blades, lashed to a shaft of the iron-hard purple wood. She wove armor from its carapace plates. She studied tracks, learned migration patterns, identified ambush sites. The alien world became her hunting ground. The apex predators of Kepler 442b had ruled unchallenged for epochs. The razor wings controlled the skies with 40-foot wingspans and beaks that could pierce steel. The tunnelbacks owned the underground armored behemoths that could sense vibrations from miles away, and the dreadmaws commanded the waterways, crocodilian nightmares with 3 rows of regenerating teeth. Sarah hunted them all. She tracked a razor wing to its nest, studying its flight patterns for 2 days without sleep. When it finally landed to feed its young, she was waiting. The creature had never encountered projectiles before. Sarah's makeshift atlatl, built from scavenged ship parts and alien sinew, hurled her spear with devastating accuracy. The razor wing fell, and she harvested its hollow bones for better tools, its talons for superior weapons. The tunnelback nearly killed her. It burst from the ground beneath her feet, jaws wide enough to swallow her whole. But Sarah had learned to think like her prey. She had spent hours walking the tunnel networks, learning their sensory limitations. When the tunnelback struck, she dove into its mouth, past the crushing jaws, and used her plasma cutter on the soft palate. The creature's own thrashing drove her blade deeper until it collapsed, suffocating on its own blood. By the second week, the other predators had learned to avoid the strange, upright creature that moved through their world. They had never encountered an animal that could plan weeks ahead, that could turn their own ecosystems against them, that refused to stop no matter how many wounds it accumulated. Sarah's human body was a catalog of advantages the alien world couldn't comprehend. Her ability to sweat allowed her to pursue prey until they collapsed from heat exhaustion. Her throwing arm, useless in most contexts, became a devastating weapon. Her omnivorous digestive system let her eat anything, adapting to toxins that would kill specialized predators. Her pattern recognition software, the human brain, turned chaos into predictable systems. But it was her endurance that truly set her apart. Humans were the persistence hunters of Earth. The species that could track prey for days without stopping, that could continue functioning on minimal sleep, that could push through pain that would drop other creatures. On Kepler 442b, nothing had ever encountered something that simply refused to die. On day 18, Sarah stood atop a cliff overlooking the crash site. She wore armor crafted from a dozen different predators. Her weapons were alien biology turned to human purpose. Around her neck hung teeth from every apex predator on the continent, a necklace of conquered species. The rescue ship appeared as a bright star growing larger in the alien sky. When the Marines found her, they barely recognized her. She had lost 30 pounds, her body lean and scarred. Her eyes held a predatory gleam they'd never seen before. "Commander Chen?" the squad leader asked, stunned. "We tracked your beacon to this location. We were prepared for recovery operations, not this. Sarah looked back at the jungle that had tried to kill her. Tell xenobiology they need to update their threat assessments. This planet's apex predators have been reclassified. Ma'am? She smiled, showing teeth. Humans. We're the apex predators now. The Marine followed her gaze to the necklace of alien fangs, to the cleared territory around the crash site where nothing dared approach anymore, to the distant shapes of creatures that watched from the tree line, but refused to come closer. Jesus, he whispered. What did you do? What humans always do, Sarah replied, boarding the shuttle. We survived. We adapted. We conquered. As the rescue ship lifted off, the jungle below seemed to breathe a collective sigh of relief. The alien apex predators would reclaim their territory in time, but they would carry genetic memories of the strange creature that had walked among them, the one that turned their world upside down, the one that reminded the universe of a simple truth. Humanity hadn't climbed to the top of Earth's food chain through strength or speed or natural weapons. They had done it through sheer, bloody-minded refusal to be anything other than the ultimate predator. And on Kepler 442b for 18 days, that lesson had been taught in the most primal way possible.